Hello and welcome to my Gorram project, my personal video project for this year. I'm trying to make 2 videos a week. If you don't know the rules of my Gorram project, please go down into the description and you will find everything you need to know there. So I'm not sure if you know this, but I'm a bit of a Batman fan. It's funny because those people who know me even slightly would go, "Aduh." So I thought it would be cool if I stated in no particular order my top 5 reasons why The Dark Knight Rises sucked. Now I want to be clear that I do not think this film sucked overall. In fact, I thought it was quite good. But there were some significant things that definitely did suck. So let's begin. Number 1. Medical science is thrown out the window. Okay, yes, we're going to ignore the fact that Batman fell several stories onto his back and somehow managed to be completely fine in The Dark Knight. And we can accept that Christopher Nolan's idea of Harvey Dent becoming Two-Face is a sudden explosion happening right in his face that he somehow survives. But this is kind of more extreme. We first meet Bruce Wayne as a limping pariah that has not done anything for the past 8 years apart from sit at home and sulk. But suddenly, one trip to the doctor later and he's all strapped up and ready to go and he's running around and it doesn't seem to affect him. I call bullshit. I think it's fine that we see Bruce 8 years later as a shattered man, physically and mentally. But if you're going to do that, don't ignore the physical injuries as soon as he puts on the batsuit. That takes away all the tension. Number 2. Lack of Alfred. Now this one I can actually understand because it was such a harrowing blow for anyone that cares about Alfred and Bruce Wayne and the whole Batman universe, or really just kind of has a heart. Michael Caine will make you cry if he wants to make you cry, and there's nothing you can do about that. But as soon as Alfred left, the story became so much more bleak. In fact, it's kind of a sad story seeing Bruce Wayne taking off his batsuit in this lonely cave with the power off, without Alfred in the background making some quippy one-liner about what a psychopath he is. It just really feels like the story is circling down the drain because Alfred is not there to pick it up, which is no one's fault. I don't think anyone would have guessed how important Michael Caine would have been to the series when he started, but he is so integral. He's not just the comic side to the Dark Knight universe, he is literally Bruce Wayne's father, companion, and guide. And if you take that away, not only does Bruce become confused, but we, the audience, feel uncomfortable. Number 3. The masks. Jesus Christ, save me from the masks. Now, I personally think that Christian Bale's voice is not actually as affected by the cowl as I would like to believe. The growl in the first place was fine at the beginning when it was just a growl. Now it is a mutant roar and it doesn't work. This has been a problem since the beginning. It's just a gripe that has not been fixed, and that personally pisses me off. And of course we have Bane. Now the thing that pisses me off the most about Bane is that the whole team had the opportunity to actually rectify the mistakes they were making by listening to the audience. And the audience were very much saying, "We can't understand what he's saying!" But they didn't. In fact, if anything, they actually made it more uncomfortable to listen to. I remember one specific line he said when the banker was being all pompous and angry and then Bane threatened him by putting a hand to his neck. And the line is, "I'm Gotham's reckoning, here to end the borrowed time you've been living on." But I could not understand that after 3 whole viewings. It just sounds like gibberish. Number 4. A complete lack of action compared to the first 2 films. In Batman Begins we had Batman face off against ninjas and all sorts of cool stuff. In The Dark Knight we had the most amazing scenes. We had the Batmobile chase scene, we had Batman fighting Joker, we had Batman gliding into the Hong Kong offices. And what do we get in Dark Knight Rises? 2 chase scenes and a fight scene and a waterfall. And I know they probably had nothing to do with each other, but the second chase scene felt so much like the New York scene in Avengers that I felt so conspicuous and I was checking my ticket to make sure it was the same film. That said, the fight between Bane and Bats with the waterfall flowing down and no music whatsoever was incredibly chilling. There just wasn't enough of it. There just wasn't enough action, and more importantly, there wasn't enough Batman. I personally think you could have cut out maybe 20 minutes of Batman rehabilitating in that bloody prison and replaced it with Batman action, and it would be a much better film for it. Number 5. Miranda Tate's revealed to be Talia al Ghul. And why do we care about her again? The plot twist of her turning out to be Ra's al Ghul's daughter didn't have any effect because we don't know anything about her. We haven't spent enough time with her like we did with Bane. All we know is her childhood backstory, that she was a philanthropist trying to get into Bruce Wayne's pants, that she tried to get into Bruce Wayne's pants and succeeded, and that she's Talia al Ghul. That is literally it. And you just throw away the fact that Bane is killed so easily by a missile and then we just move straight on like nothing happened. And then we're supposed to care about her when she dies? We felt as an audience that we should pay attention to Bane, and we did. And then boom, he's gone, leaving us with a lackluster climax to a film that should have blown us away, but sadly it just didn't. Anyway, that's my top 5. Please leave comments down below for my punishment, which I will be doing in my next video. It can be anything as long as it's not too dangerous and too humiliating, and I will see you on Wednesday. Goodbye.